Hey guys, today I'm going to bring you a complete guide on how to obtain all of the Generation 6 fishing rods. We're going to start out with Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire with the old rod, and in order to obtain the old rod you have to have already made it to Dewford Town, which we are going to fly to right now. I already have picked up my old rod, unfortunately, but I'm still going to show you where you obtain it, from which fisherman, and at the bottom of the town you will see there's a fisherman standing here. He will ask you, how's your fishing going? Or if you don't have the old rod, he'll ask you if you like to fish, and that's how you obtain the old rod. Next is the good rod, which is east of Mauville City on Route 118. You'll fly to Route 118, you will walk to the coast of the water, and there will be a fisherman standing there. All you have to do is talk to him, and he'll give you the good rod. We're going to head there now. If you find yourself talking to a fisherman, and he doesn't give you the rod, it's because you exited out of Mauville, and you have to surf across this lake here to get to where we are now, and there's a fisherman standing here. If you talk to him, he'll say the good rod's really good, wouldn't you agree? Click yes, and then he will give you the good rod. That's how you obtain the good rod. The last of the rods is the super rod, which you obtain from Moss Deep City. We're gonna fly there now. There is a house on the ledge near the Space Center with a fisherman standing inside it. All you have to do is talk to him, and he will give you the super rod. We're gonna go there now, and I'm gonna show you exactly where it's at. I'm gonna hop on my bike, and we're just gonna run into a wall, run into a couple walls. We're gonna run up here, run into another couple walls. Head into this house here, and there's a fisherman standing right here, and he will give you the super rod. He says the super rod's really super, and then you say yes, and he gives you the super rod. And that will complete your rods for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. Moving on to X and Y, we're going to get the old rod. And to do that, you just have to fly to Embret Town. Just like my previous save file in Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire, I've already claimed my old rod, but I'm still going to show you where it's at. All you have to do is walk into the aquarium and talk to the fisherman that's standing on the lower level, and he will give you the old rod. He's standing right next to a giant golden Magikarp. Pretty ironic, because that's the thing you're going to catch the most with this rod. Basically, just talk to him, and you will obtain your old rod. On to the good rod. In order to get the good rod in X and Y, you'll have to fly to Coromine City, which we're going to do now. Once you actually land in Coromine City, you have to ride the monorail to the other part of town. And once you get to the other part of town, you're going to go southwest until you see a fisherman standing on the pier. So that's what we're going to do now. Let's hop on this monorail. Kind of strange how like the city's split up in two, but basically just wait till you get there, because it's not as straightforward as it would seem. You just don't run into a fisherman until you take the monorail. So let's get out of here, and I'm gonna hop on my bike, and what you'll do is you'll hop onto the pier here. There's a fisherman standing right here. All you have to do is talk to him, and you will obtain your good rod. Just like that. Last but not least is the super rod for X and Y. To get the super rod, it's actually located on Route 16. I find the most efficient way to do that is to go to Lumio City, then take the transportation from the cab to Route 16. Well, to the gate to 16. So that's what we're going to do. Once we get there, we're going to find a house, and in that house should be a fisherman who will actually give you the super rod. But let's go ahead and do that now. Let's head to Route 16, and as soon as we get there, we should see a house. And once we get to the house, right here, we go inside. We're going to talk to these fishermen. I believe it's this one here. Yeah. And he gives you the super rod. And that is all of the rods for Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire and X and Y. I hope this helped you in some way, and if it did, then go ahead and leave a like and let me know if there's something I left out of this, possibly. And thank you so much for watching.